PlayStation.net Monaco Grand Prix. People might be thinking, is this a deja vu? Am I seeing the same race as a couple of weeks ago? But the matter of fact is no, we have a rerun of the F1 League in Monaco due to some technical game issues with people being unable to rejoin their car after they have been disconnected. So that's why we are doing this all over again, and I have to feel very bad for our fellow drivers, because this isn't really a race you want to do more often, I think, at least in my opinion. But the matter of fact is, we have to do it. So it seems that in a couple of minutes we will start with the qualifying procedure. And in fact we are with 11 drivers at the moment, which means that we won't have a Q3 and we will go straight into Q2 with I do think more people are going to join, the likes of Big Prenta, Newcart is there. He wasn't there in the first run, so he will be quite pleased, I think, that he can be there now. So, before we begin, I would like to give a little bit of an update on the championship table at the moment. At the moment, our championship leader is, and for some strange reason, he is not here at the moment. It's Carrax with 93 points, having taken 3 out of the last 5 races. Of course, the championship has only been 5 races long. But the fact is that he is not here can mean that the likes of SH and Kimi, who also have missed one race, the race in Australia, that they can come back into the championship, because at the moment Kimi is in 3rd place and SH in 4th, but they have a 40-point disadvantage to Carrax. Of course, now I forget the 2nd placed man called Big Prenta with 68 points, and he is also not here at the moment. So this can be a really interesting race. For the championship wise, of course, Monaco is always very important for the championship, in my opinion. This can really make or break a championship. Question is, are you going to finish with the walls being so close to you every time? One mistake can mean the end of your race, and you will lose 25 points in your championship fight. So that's quite a lot of pressure. Ooh, Carrax has joined. Carrax has joined, so he is here now. The only question I have is, can Big Prenta join as well? Maybe he won't be there in time for the qualifying. Maybe he can make it to the race. I hope so for him, because he is really the only one who has is sort of within touching distance of Carrax, and with a race like Monaco, you really want to be there. This can really change the championship. Of course, I would like to apologize that I am in fact on my own for this commentary, so you will have to hear my voice for the whole race, which can be a bad thing. I don't know, you make that up yourself. Ooh, and there we go, people are getting ready to start a race. Also, Ferrari is really taking the Constructors' Championship away at the moment, with a lead of 66 points to be exact. So hopefully we are going to see some surprises today. Hopefully we will see an exciting race. Monaco can also always bring those exciting races, although overtaking here is very, very hard. And I guess that's an understatement. As we will start in 30 seconds. With 12 drivers, so that will mean we will go into the second qualifying session straight away. People will have to put on their setup in the first qualifying and then retire, because there is no real reason why we should do Q3, or I should say Q1, excuse me, because people will just get into Q2 anyway. So we have one Ferrari being able to join the lobby, with Big Prenta not being able to be here at the right time. So for constructors this can be very, very interesting with the two Mercedes being there. And also this can mean that they can get back into the championship on the driver in the driver standings, as we are now in Q1 waiting for the people to put on their setup and to retire. Ooh, the first man is going out, is Carrick's. So this is interesting. Yes, there Matthews retiring. Carrick's is going out for no reason really. Carrick's is also retired. So the first people are retiring at the moment. We're just waiting for that, as we will get the action going in Q2, of course. Only 2 people will not make it into Q3. We know that for sure. But the question is, who will that be? I don't really see names that suggest that they won't make Q3. Everyone is able to get into that top 10 spot. So it will be a real fight for that. Of course, I think maybe VW he can be on the way, on the bubble. Also maybe Ellie. I haven't seen much of him. I don't know what he's going to do. Of course, Newcart is also very interesting to see what he will be able to do in this race, as we didn't saw him in the first attempt that we had. So we are still waiting for Newgard and Kimi to retire. Newgard. And we are going into Q2. So, big question is anyone going for the super softs on their first stint? The slower of the, the slower of the tires compared to the ultra softs. Really a big question also is 1 stop or 2 stop, which is the better strategy? Of course, the 1 stops can make you have track position here, which is very important in Monaco, as overtaking is nearly impossible. But is it the faster way? Because you can't really push that much. You have to be able to get all life out of your tires, every little bit of it. and that can be a very hard job. So, but those are questions for later. Now it's a question of who will take pole, who will be in Q3. That's the first question we are going to answer, and we will know that in 14 minutes and 30 seconds to be exact. As the first one has come out, it's Matthew on the ultra soft tire, so he is committed to being on a fastest tire in the first stint. Of course, it's not really a big deal to start on the ultra soft. You can still do a one stop then going on the super softs later. Really, the big deal of going on in super softs is that you're on the slower tire. You can't pull away from people, so you might get in the pack later on, because also you won't have the undercut. Really, this race will just be about making no mistakes. You can be 2/10 of a second faster here every lap, but if you keep on hitting the barriers, and as Petrol Hard Jordy joins, and I don't know him, so that's an interesting one. As Matthew is the first one to start his lap. So we are going into turn 1, leading up to a Beau Rivage and a Messenet. As Vern has left the session, which is interesting one. Okay. Mirabeau into that hairpin, and then the two left-handers going into the tunnel. So here is Portier to the tunnel, hitting somewhere up to 270 kilometers an hour. Sorry for my fellow Britain listeners who are a bit of a mouse. They like the mouse. I can't give you that information as I am a Dutchman. So Matthew has gone into the pit. Didn't seem like he had any damage. Maybe it was just a warm-up lap. We will go on. SH is clearly pushing. He is pushing as hard as he can. Currently everyone is on the ultra, so it doesn't seem that people will go for the super softs in the first run. SSH does a 1:12.2. 1:12.2 time to beat. Dave is also... Ooh, Dave seems to have crashed. He seems to have a problem. Cox is in Dex at a 1:13.1. So Marguzeri is now coming up